Tom Cruise, the last true movie star. He ran, and the world ran with him. Through burning buildings, across rooftops, and into history, Tom Cruise didn't just act in action movies, he became the action. No stunt too dangerous, no risk too great. While others leaned on green screens, he was hanging off airplanes at 5,000 feet. While others faded behind franchises, he became one. In an industry that chews people up and spits them out, he's remained unbreakable, unstoppable, and unrelenting. He's faced ridicule, controversy, broken bones, and box office bombs. But every time, he came back stronger. This is not just the story of a movie star. This is the story of a man who turned belief into fuel, dedication into art, and impossibility into reality. This is the story of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise was born Thomas Cruise Malpather IV on July 3, 1962, in Syracuse, New York. His childhood wasn't glamorous, far from it. His father was an abusive electrical engineer, and the family moved constantly. By age 14, Cruise had attended over a dozen different schools. Dyslexia made education a daily battle. But that pain, that instability, it forged something inside him, a relentless will to overcome. He originally wanted to be a priest, but destiny had other plans. He moved to New York with a dream and that trademark grin. Within a year, Hollywood noticed. He landed a small role in Endless Love, then a bigger one in Taps. But in 1983, everything changed. It was one scene, one moment, one pair of sunglasses, risky business. That iconic slide across the floor turned a no-name kid into a star. Suddenly, everyone knew his name. And then came Top Gun. In 1986, Tom Cruise strapped into the cockpit of a fighter jet and flew into cinematic legend. Maverick wasn't just a character, it was an identity. Cruise's blend of charm, danger, and vulnerability made him magnetic. He wasn't the biggest guy in the room, but he owned the room. What followed was a string of hits that defined a generation. The Color of Money, Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July. He was nominated for an Oscar. Suddenly, the world realized this guy could really act, but Tom Cruise never settled. In the 90s, he became a box office juggernaut. He worked with legends, Scorsese, Kubrick, and Paul Thomas Anderson. He wasn't chasing fame. He was chasing greatness. His portrayal of a motivational speaker masking deep emotional trauma earned him a third Oscar nomination and stunned critics. And then, in 1996, he pulled the pin on a franchise that would redefine action cinema. Mission Impossible. But Cruise didn't want to pretend to be Ethan Hunt. He became him. While other actors let stuntmen take the fall, Tom jumped off buildings, scaled skyscrapers, clung to planes, all while delivering lines with that same focused intensity. For him, the danger was part of the art. The stunts got bigger, the stakes higher, and Cruise more determined. In the 2000s, his personal life became tabloid fuel. His beliefs, his marriages, his outbursts, they became late-night jokes. The infamous couch jump on Oprah, the heated debates about psychiatry. The media frenzy was relentless. The industry began to doubt him. Executives turned cold. Audiences looked away. But Cruise didn't blink. He doubled down. He trained harder. He pushed further. He made Mission Impossible. Ghost Protocol, performing stunts on the side of the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. He broke his ankle in fallout, mid-scene, and finished the take. He performed a real halo jump from 25,000 feet. He learned to fly helicopters, fighter jets, motorcycles off cliffs. Because to him, quitting was never an option. He rebranded himself with humor and humility. In Tropic Thunder, he shocked audiences with an outrageous, bald, foul-mouthed studio executive. It reminded people he could laugh at himself, and that he hadn't lost touch with what made him magnetic in the first place. Then came 2022. When most actors were retreating to streaming platforms, Cruise made a bold stand. And Top Gun. Maverick was born. Delayed for years, doubted by critics, the film exploded in theaters. It reminded the world what movies could be. No CGI overdose, no nostalgia cash grab. Just adrenaline, heart, and a star who refused to stop running. It became one of the highest-grossing films of the decade, and saved the theatrical experience. Tom Cruise became more than a celebrity. He became cinema itself. At over 60 years old, he's filming stunts that actors half his age wouldn't dare touch. In Mission Impossible. Dead Reckoning, he rides a motorcycle off a cliff into a base jump. No green screen, just wind, physics, and Cruise's belief that he owes the audience everything. He once said, "I make movies for the big screen. I make them for you." And he means it. His influence goes beyond just film. He represents a kind of devotion to craft that feels lost in today's world of algorithms and shortcuts. His sets are strict, focused. He expects excellence from his crew because he demands it of himself. He knows the names of his camera operators, his assistants, his drivers. He leads from the front. He's not the most awarded. He's not the tallest, strongest, or loudest. But no one outworks him. No one outlasts him. And no one else in this age of fast fame and faster forgetfulness dares to carry the torch of old-school movie stardom. Tom Cruise isn't just a Hollywood legend. He's a force of nature. He's the last action hero. He's the last true movie star. And he's still running. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And for more motivational stories and inspiring biographies of world-famous personalities, make sure to subscribe Millionaire Dad so we can learn and grow together. See you in the next one.